Growing up, my dad was a motorhead, so of course I didn't fall far from the tree. As a young man, I was like most boys, I had car posters on my wall. And at the time, most of them were Ferraris. They were pretty, they were neat, but when we moved to Florida when I was 15, all of a sudden now I was in proximity to Sebring, Daytona, and we started going to IMSA races. And that's where I really first saw Porsches and what they were capable of. And I just grew an affinity for them. From that time on, I wanted to drive a Porsche. It wasn't until quite a few years later that I got my first one. It was just a lowly 71 914, 1.7 liter, nothing special. But that started me on my path, and I've owned quite a few since then. I'm Kevin Braun, and I drive a 1971 Porsche 911T. There's really nothing particularly special about it. Purchased the car in 2008, and I have done quite a bit of work to it. And this is a car that I plan on keeping for a long time. Right now, this is my rolling project, and at some point it will be where I want it. When that'll happen, who knows? I had purchased a 91 911 as a daily driver, and I still liked looking at what was for sale, and so did my wife. And we were looking at several, watching them on eBay. And while I was gone, my wife got on there and was messing around with this particular one and ended up breaking the reserve on it. And so we ended up purchasing it. It has turned out to be a good purchase, and we've had a lot of fun with it. My future plans for this, I haven't completely decided. I'm on the fence as to whether to restore it back to original. The car was originally a Conda Green. From the factory, it came with an M470 comfort package, which is basically the S trim with S gauges. And I've toyed with the idea of just going bone stock, but I also have a desire to make it a little more sporting. Put some fiberglass bumpers front and rear, little stiffer torsion bars. I haven't completely decided yet, but it is a work in progress. I enjoy working on the cars, and it is very rewarding to repair or do maintenance, but it can also be very frustrating. As with any old car, sometimes you start something and you just keep pulling the thread, and it becomes a lot more than I was planning on. But again, a lot of fun digging into old cars. I like being in the garage tinkering, and just recently I replaced a rear wheel bearing and the boots on the CV joint. So it was an enjoyable time, and it makes you feel good when you complete it and the car's back on the road. The fact that it's a 911T, it's not the fastest 911 on the road, but it is a lot of fun. And the joy is really in the journey, in the travel, and also the people you get to meet. It does garner a lot of attention wherever I go, and it's fun going to car shows and get-togethers, and you meet other Porsche owners and other classic car owners. So it really creates an avenue to meet new friends and new people. I've been fortunate to have this car for the last 8 years, going on 9. I've had a lot of fun in it and plan on keeping this for a lot of years, and we'll just see where it takes me.